Today we are going to discuss some of the topics related to power generation, transmission and protection. It is one of the main paper in S5EE. Then some of the important terms and factors mainly useful for solving problems. First of all, connected load. Connected load means sum of the continuous ratings of all the equipments connected to a supply system. It indicates the connected load. Then second term is maximum demand. Maximum demand indicates the maximum of the load connected to a supply system. That means which load gives maximum value, which load on the load curve gives maximum value. That implies the maximum demand. Then third factor is demand factor. Demand factor is, if you examine connected load and maximum demand, then demand factor is very simple. That means the ratio of maximum demand to connected load. That means demand factor equal to maximum demand divided by connected load. So these three terms are, first we discuss these three terms in a basic way. That means connected load, maximum demand and demand factor. Then we discuss the next term, that is fourth important term, average load. We have already explained average load based on the load curve. Here the definition gives it is the average of all the loads occurring on the power station at a given period. At a given period implies we can calculate average load based on daily analysis, monthly analysis and yearly analysis. That we have already explained in the with respect to graph. Then fifth term is diversity factor. Diversity factor implies sum means total of the individual's maximum demand divided by maximum demand on the power station. That is diversity factor equal to sum of the individual maximum demand divided by maximum demand on the power station. That means if you consider the power station, it has many loads connected to it. That means it has residential load, it has industrial load and many other loads are connected to a power station. And each of these loads have some maximum demand, maximum peak. And this represents the sum of the individual maximum demands divided by, and generally in an overall load there is a one particular load which has a maximum peak value compared to other loads, and this implies the maximum demand on the power station. So this ratio gives the diversity factor. Then another term is load factor. Load factor is the ratio of this average load to the maximum demand. This average load I have already explained, maximum demand also explained. So this load factor is the ratio of average load to maximum demand. Then finally, plant capacity factor. Define plant capacity factor. Plant capacity factor indicates the actual energy produced to the maximum energy that could have been produced, because actual energy produced will be less than the maximum energy that could have been produced, because there are, you know, that when you consider the loads, there are different types of losses and this actual energy produced will be less. So it is the ratio of actual energy produced divided by maximum energy that could have been produced. And this plant capacity factor has another definition. Plant capacity factor equal to average demand divided by plant capacity. or capacity of a plant. This is plant capacity factor, PCF, equal to average demand divided by plant capacity. Then one more definition, reserve capacity. What do you mean by reserve capacity? We have explained plant capacity factor, plant capacity, maximum demand, and this reserve capacity is generally defined as the relation between plant capacity and maximum demand. A very simple formula, reserve capacity equal to plant capacity minus maximum demand. So mainly this formula is very useful for solving problems. Reserve capacity equal to plant capacity minus maximum demand. Next we discuss types of loads. It is one of the important short question which is usually asked in the university exam. Define the types of loads. So if you closely examine the power network or power system, there are many different types of loads connected to it. Some of the examples are, first one is domestic load. Domestic load. The name simply represents the value. Domestic load indicates, mainly it relates to the residential type of loads. Then commercial load. Commercial load indicates the loads are related to shops like that. Then industrial loads. Industrial load. There are many industries which are usually connected to the power network or power system, and such type of loads includes industrial loads. Then municipal loads. The loads are related to municipality. Some street lighting includes municipal loads. Then irrigation type of loads. Irrigation loads or irrigation types. The loads are related to agricultural purposes. Then traction loads. Mainly such type of loads can be seen in railways. So mainly loads can be classified into 6 categories: domestic load, commercial load, industrial load, municipal loads, irrigation loads and traction loads.